what's going on with Lil Kesh right now after all the controversy of Yagi and YBNL. So could you clearly state how you run your business now?
Lil Kesh is still very much in the game, and apparently nothing has changed. It was just the fact that people made an issue out of what is actually not even an issue. About the controversies of leaving YBNL and all that. So apparently that never happened, in the sense that we have never been business oriented. You grab, and that didn't change a thing, because honestly, as a March this year, my contract ended. You grab, and when he ended, Olamide called me and was like, okay, I feel like you're doing very good for yourself. I don't want you to sign another contract. I want you to float a label. I want you to get all your money 100%. So in like a year or two, you'll be strong enough as well to pick up some boys from the hood, are quite talented, and try and help them and bless other people like you were blessed as well. I felt like it was a very good idea. Then I decided to float my own label as well. But YBNL is pretty much to my management. There's nothing that goes that they are not aware of. There's nothing that they are not aware of, in the sense that if I'm dropping a new single, my plan for the year, my video, what video am I shooting with, they're still aware of everything, and my calendar as well. It's just that the way I run my business now is just nobody sponsors me at the moment. Lil Kesh is responsible for Lil Kesh. You understand? Yeah, pretty much. But everything is still smooth. Yeah, you know.
Now the name Yagi, what inspired that name?
The name Yagi, I inspired it. I was thinking of a name to give my album. Then I decided to use my life as a reference to what my debut album is going to sound like. And then I looked at myself. Actually, I went through my Instagram page, pictures I posted like 2 years ago. Then I started scrolling. And I could tell from then to now, I've been really blessed. Within the space of like 2 years, I've been able to achieve what some people could not even achieve in 5-10 years. And I'm pretty much still young. I'm just 22, and I've been so blessed. And I was like, yeah, you're young and you're getting it. That's what Yagi stands for, young and getting it. So I decided to call my debut album Yagi. And when I decided to float my label, I decided to call it Yagi as well. Yeah.
Now, some people might not also know clearly how you and Olamide met. That discovery stage, what happened?
Big shout out to Victor, my label mate. He introduced me to Balo. There's this song I recorded, I call it my breakthrough song. It's called Lyrically. I recorded that song early 2014, January. So that was the song he heard, he played for Olamide. Olamide heard him and was like, oh, yo, this boy, I downloaded something online one time about him, and I felt like he's really good. I love this song, call him. Yeah, that's how he called me. The very first day I met Olamide, he had a deal ready for me, you know. Then I was just there, I signed. But after that day I signed my contract. He's just a brother, he knows how to. He didn't even take me in as an artist. He didn't sign me as an artist. He just took me as a brother immediately. You understand? Since the day I signed my contract, I didn't even see the contract again. That was the only day I saw my contract, you know. The only day I saw my contract. After then, we were never business oriented. So even now that my contract ended, nothing changed, because we have never been, oh, okay, this is that, this is now. We have never been that oriented. It's been a family thing, and it is what it is, still up to date, you know. Yeah.
Away from the regular benefits we know about, you know, promoting you, putting you on stage, helping you, what other benefits did you earn from, you know, that close relationship, which you believe is more like a brotherly relationship?
Yeah. I mean, looking from the bright side, when you're around your family, you try and imagine things you could pick up from them. It's not just the music right now, it is about your life in general. He advises me back to back, you understand? He tells me this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. Even some other life issues as a growing boy, you understand, as a youth as well. Things that he had already been through. But just so I don't go through those things and make mistakes he already put me through. Okay, this is wrong, this is right, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. These are things that can affect you. So me, even at this point of my life, I think being with YBNL just brought a lot of maturity to me in the sense that even the fame, you don't get freaked by the fame. Everybody in YBNL tends to really, really focus. You focus more on your achievements, you understand? Yeah, so I learned a lot of positive things from being in the family. Okay. I'm still learning though.
For you, was there a point where you got home and said, I'm actually signed to the almighty Olamide Bado's label? How did you process that in your mind? Because I know at a point you get home and you think about the whole thing and you're like, what? This really happened to me? How did that hit you?
I like to be very, very grateful. I'm quite grateful for everything I have, that up to date. I don't even think I've gotten used to the fact that I was signed to YBNL. I've not gotten used to it. It still hasn't done to me. There are times that I'll just be like, yo, and I look at the journey so far. The fact that I was signed to YBNL, the fact that an Olamide called me, I never had the privilege. Not even the artists that were not really doing good when I got signed, I never even had the privilege to stay with them and have an handshake. Not to not talk of an Olamide at that point. So even up to this stage, at days I'll just wake up and I'll pick up my phone. It could be 5 a.m. in the morning and I just text him and I'll be like, I really appreciate everything you've done for me. You understand? So yeah, up to date, it still strike me as you're actually a YBNL family. Like Olamide is your brother. Like, you get me? So yeah, still
now,
grateful.
Talk to us when the money started coming in. Let's say your first huge check. What did you do with it?
Well, the money didn't come like that. Like, you know how this system is here. I mean, in Yankee, you walk into your record label and be like, yo, where's my check? And you get your check, a huge pay, because the system, you get royalties and all that. System is quite different from here. You grow, you start making the money from the very small money, then it grows, it start increasing. But apparently, this business we are in, most of the money you make actually going back into the business. You have to look good, you have to look fresh. The jewelries, from the jewelries to the clothes, to you having a proper apartment, you having like a proper car and all that. So yeah, I just did the necessities. When I started getting the money I used it to do the necessary things that needed to be done for a brand, Kesh himself. I'm pretty much still doing that. You make money, you go back to the studio, you invest in it, you pay producers, you pay your engineers, you pay video directors. We're pretty much still making the money and investing still. Yeah.
Now, once you signed to him and your career boomed, career started, how was the communication? How did you interact with other artists? Did they tend to see you and have a lot more respect for you? Did your resume move up immediately?
To get that respect, it all comes down to the music. It's not about how expensive your Rolex is, or you having a very heavy chain on your neck, or the cars and all that. That don't bring the respect as far as I'm concerned. I would only respect you if I feel like your music is good enough. Yeah, so over time I got the respect that I deserve because of my music. Understand? I was blessed with having hits back to back, from like Shoki to Bese to Is It Because I Love You to Efe Joko to Ibile. So yeah, that brought the respect, and the respect keep coming over time. The respect is not something you just get on a, the respect, you don't get the respect from one hit. You understand? You drop one hit, people put pressure on you that, oh, you can never get any song that will be as better as that song. But I mean, after I Shoki, that people thought my career was over, Igbese came through for me, and other songs. So yeah, you keep getting the respect. But the music brings the respect, basically. Yeah.
Was there a lot of pressure on you, like you said earlier? When Shoki came out, then there was a remix, then you were thinking, what's the next best thing?
Yo, I won't even lie. Shoki was too huge. It was too viral. At that point of my career, I was quite young. I just got a record deal. Like, some people would be in a record label for about 2 years before they actually have a hit. Like 2 months after I got a record deal, I had Shoki. About a month, or close to 2 months, I had Shoki. So it was so viral, it was so big that people started looking at me like, okay, that song was too big for him. It's probably a fluke. I got tweets, I saw things, you understand? Yeah, I felt the pressure, but still the music would always come through for you. Basically came through for me. It was a very huge comeback for me. And up to date, we've been able to give them back to back again. Yeah.
Now, what would you say is your most memorable performance till date?
It used to be, I've had a couple of very good and energetic performances, but I just updated it of recent with the concert that happened, the YBNL concert that happened in the UK about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mad. We had about 6K people in the hall. I mean, I stepped on the stage and all I could see was like Snapchat lights. I just saw white lights, flashes and all. It was crazy. I was so excited that I jumped into the crowd. Before I jumped into the crowd, they carried me, and before they could drag me out of the crowd, that was quite memorable for me. It was talked about even when I left the UK for about 2 weeks, it was talked about in the UK. So it was quite memorable for me. I can never forget. And it was the very first time I dived into the crowd.
Which was recent.